All right, thank you, Alex. I'm excited. I love the fact that the desk is so split, and obviously it should be. It has to be. It's very hard to just pinpoint sort of one thing that says I'm so confident that this one team win because of this one factor. I mean, it is as close to a coin toss as you can get right now.
Yes.
It's very exciting, and I actually think Duncan is very right. I like the idea that Taz sort of almost used that tweet to get himself fired up and say, we're going to get that revenge. I think that's very cool.
I mean, it's cool and all, but now I think there's, like, the mental block is gone for Astralis now. They've reached the pinnacle. They know how to win in the clutch situations. You saw it at the finals where it came down to the very bitter end, but they held strong, and now they know how to win in every situation. So it's VP who are on the back foot, and if Taz is going to let that get to his head where he feels like he's got to prove a point, I hope that doesn't tilt him. If things don't go their way, it can also work against you.
Yeah, it can. I mean, we're going to find out. We're almost ready to head into the game, and obviously, first up is going to be Nuke. I'm just so excited. Obviously, this game could just as well have been a finals as it was last time. And I'm sure everyone's going to be watching. Even those of you, and I know there were many of you who are up in the early hours in Europe, you know, up to 5 a.m. watching the quarterfinals, and it was definitely worth it with SK making the way through. But you're going to be ready here today, and it's going to be a long day.
It's all good for those guys, you know. They were up until 5, 6 in the morning, but hey, it's the evening again in Europe now. They slept away the day, and they're waking up with some more 6CS. We're getting a rematch of the finals of the major. This, I mean, is going to be the match of the tournament.
It very well could be, but the fact is that we do have potential. I think almost no matter what, we're going to have an incredible grand finals too. So there's so much to look forward to here.
I mean, it's obviously like self-serving a little bit because I just want to see that battle between North and Astralis because North, I mean, there's so much tension between both of the teams. North, they have to prove that Astralis are not the top team in Denmark, that North can take the fight to them, Magus can config. They've got a lot riding on that match. They would be out for blood.
It's true, but even if the tide went the other way and the finals became Virtus.Pro and SK, would still be out of control, wouldn't it? So
we are spoiled.
There's really almost no way you can end up with a bad game here, which is very good news, obviously. We see Astralis and Virtus.Pro both huddling up and talking this thing over and trying to make sure they sit down in those chairs with the right frame of mind and they're ready to go. And starting off on Nuke as well. It could be such madness right from the beginning, couldn't it?
Both teams have very, very solid T-sides on Nuke. The main thing here is going to be about changing details. This is where it's tough to get into it because it's the mind games between both of the in-game leaders. Obviously, you have the camera focused on Cuban right now, the coach for VP. He is very involved in the strats, but Neo's calling the shots right now. Neo versus Glaive in the finals last week. What is going to change from there, right? All of these little details are going to be taken into account. And so it is going to be a battle of the in-game leaders at this point because so far, everybody, all 10 of these players, they're performing at a level that we expect from them. They're all hitting their shots. There's no weakness here as far as individual performance. It's only really Dupree who's kind of like gone ham and gone above and beyond. But now it really is going to come down to both in-game leaders because they have all the tools. They have everything they need.
I was so close to being there. I do think that one of the really big tools that Virtus.Pro have on this particular map is Snacks and how elusive he can be. This is a map that does allow for a lot of mind games, and it's a map where once the terrorist side is playing, they have to use a lot of smokes to get around the map, you know, get down into secret or even just block off parts of ramp so you can get an execute in there. And Snacks loves those smokes. You put them down to block him off, but he's just going to play around them. So I think Snacks, especially when he's playing Yard or Secret, is so powerful. And I don't think Astralis quite have that player. I just think that their Yard players just have more firepower. You know, they win Yard control by winning the duels, basically. Whereas Snacks wins them by just being a genius.
That is the difference, that X factor. It's just the fact that you do have Snacks who can be a complete and utter terror on the map in any position, 1vx situations he thrives in. And you're right, with the mind games around the smokes, there's a lot riding on Snacks. VP count on him heavily. But I still have to, I mean, if you always take the stats with a grain of salt, right? Because it obviously comes in with like, who are they playing against? What's the level of the opponent? You know, is that going to affect things? But there is nobody who's like underperforming on any of these maps right now. So this is really shaping up to be one of the best matches because it's going to be so evenly matched.
It will be. You've got all 5 people in the server right now. They're all sat down and ready. So any second now, they're gonna get the word in. I think they're all readying up as we speak. So I'm on pins and needles right now. This is almost too good of a gift to get in a tournament yet again. Just a couple of weeks after we had the major, and yeah, we are going to be live.
Let's go. And Astralis starting on T side. So this is it, the beginning. And there, we already have a difference because the last time these two teams played on LAN in a best of 3 like this, it was VP who set the pace. They started T-side on Nuke in the finals, so now we get to see what are Astralis capable of here.
Here it is, DreamHack Masters Las Vegas. It is the first semi-final. Virtus.Pro and Astralis in a best of 3, and it begins right now. Virtus.Pro going to stand on the CT side and Astralis on the terrorist side. And so far, it's a fairly common buy out of the Astralis side. A lot of utility on Glaive, which I think you almost cannot do without if you're playing the pistol side. You need at least one smoke or Molotov or flashbang or anything to try and make their way through. The rest, it's all Glocks.
I mean, the main thing here is that we've seen Glaive. He needs to just be careful about his positioning. We've seen him take risks in the past. When you're the guy carrying the utility, you are the linchpin. You're right, Anders. They're going to be counting on you, and don't fluff the Molotov there.
Oh, that's so smart. It's such a common position. I would say maybe 70% of the time in a pistol round, there's going to be a CT player there, but not this time. Instead, they run down Bialy, but up on top still, Taz is waiting. He's got backup. There's the grenade from Neo. Snax hitting a headshot on Device, and now Kirby goes down. Snax with a triple. Excellent start from Virtus.Pro. Not even a little bit worried. They watched that Molotov go in and they were all just giggling, saying, yeah, we know what's happening next.
And this is perfect. They had 3 players there, and then Snax, of course, doesn't waste any time. He pushes right through the smoke and main. Exactly, you have the positioning here from him. But I mean...
Oh, look at that.
3 kills from Snax. But you can't really treat that smoke like it's a wall. The only problem is, because VP had 3 players on A already, there's no way for Astralis to afford to have somebody watching the smoke. They're still trying to get the kills that's actually going to give them the bomb site.
You have to wonder if they needed, once they put the Molotov down, did they have to commit to anything after that? Couldn't they have just sort of, oh, there's no one in the corner? Well, let's just wait and chill for a bit. I think they sort of felt like they had to rush in once they'd thrown the first grenade. Now, it should be easy enough here. Sure, Tech 9 and armor, but it's very hard to make your way through on Nuke anywhere without just getting shot at a distance or, you know, run through a doorway like this, a huge choke point.
That's why these nades are so valuable. You need the smokes to create space, you need the flashes to go through those choke points. If somebody's watching exactly like Bialy here, Bialy's going to catch Dupree, however, and there's no possible reply because everybody else from Astralis are out in yard. They have managed to sneak a man down into the lower halls, but already you can see Xyp9x getting pinned down behind Big Red. Snax! Just so cool, calm and collected here to start things off. What, his 4th kill so far?
As he absolutely should be. The Device will pick up one, but there's... they're not really going to be able to put the bomb down in this round. For one thing, none of them have picked it up at the moment. Oh, Xyp making this very expensive. That is actually a huge misstep there from Bialy and Snax, I think it was. They needed to stay alive. Losing 3 players in this round is almost unforgivable.
Device needs to go and die. He's got 25 seconds left. He's not supposed to survive this round. You need to get that win bonus if you're Device, especially if you want to be getting that AWP anytime soon. So now he's got a UMP to play with. Okay, fair enough. If you can catch somebody looking the wrong way, that could be good, but Taz is set, not even a trap. They've expected Device to completely rotate around. Now Device, he is going to get caught in the end. But there was a chance there for him to do something. 2-0 lead now for VP, and what's important is that Neo recovers the M4. So at least they recover one of the rifles, VP.
Yeah, that's a slight silver lining, but it is definitely a big problem for their economy. I guess the one thing they can sort of breathe easy about is that you can be almost certain that Astralis are not going to buy into this round. They didn't get the bomb plant in the first round, so there's not going to be like a 3rd round AK buy here. So the UMPs will still be able to pick up some money, and there will no armor on Astralis or anything here. So that's the one thing. But now Virtus.Pro had better make damn sure they don't lose anyone in this round. The bomb already dropped in the vents there. Getting shot at while you're also walking in the fire. That's just cruel, isn't it?
They're getting clotheslined here in the first 3 rounds, Astralis. They desperately need a bomb plant. Taz going to get caught, so at least there's a kill there for Dupree. Bonus $300 goes into his pocket, but what they're looking for here, Astralis, what they were hoping they could achieve with that vent rush was going to be the bonus $800 you would get with planting the bomb and then losing the round. So that chance is gone, and so Astralis' next buy is going to be a weak one, because they really don't have much money. It's pretty much 1,900 across the board. Xyp9x is the only one, thanks to those 2 Tech 9 kills he got in the last round, who's above the 2,000 mark. So a bit painful here.
Yeah, I still think there's still some pressure, even in this round. I know it sounds ridiculous, he just has a Glock and no armor or anything, but Virtus.Pro really need to make sure they don't lose anyone else here to some freak occurrence.
That $300 made a big difference for Dupree. He's at 2,250 now, 2,000 on Glaive, but it's 2,500 on Xyp9x. Unfortunately, I mean, with that bomb plant, there could have been some options, but...
Well, he's going for it now. Could pick it up just the other way. They should have heard him stomping about in ramp, I think, so... Yeah, you see Snax not going to fall for it. Oh, it goes down! That's such a big problem. Again, it's the money that Virtus.Pro lose that really concerns me. The $800 bonus is great, and all tries to line up there. But again, losing 2 players this round really makes a big difference. They lost 3 in the last 2 in this one, and that will definitely impact the economy for the Polish team early on here. But Astralis have the rifles. They got 5 smokes and 1 Molotov, so they are going to be in a pretty decent position.
Yeah, they have the AKs as well. Just a single Molotov, though. That's very annoying. Kind of limits them. I mean, you're going out into yard. If you go out into yard, you want that Molotov for secret. You want to make sure that Snacks or somebody can't get clever and go for a peek there. Instead, well, obviously, VP have all of the anti-rush nades. You can already see the incendiary going out into Hut, and Snacks playing aggressive already.
Sneaking around it. This is exactly what we were pointing out before the game got live. They've put up this smoke to try and block him off, and now he's using it against them. Oh, but Glaive somehow catches it. If we see that from his point of view, I wonder what it was that tipped him off there. Now 4 versus 5. They're trying to charge in. Kirby goes down. Devices next. Taz, he lands the headshot with the UMP and a follow-up spray. Takes down Glaive, and then the USP comes out, taking down Sipnix. What a great triple there for Taz, who seems to be the one who's out for revenge here. They're doing a fine job early on. That's such a big round for Virtus.Pro, especially losing Snacks early on.
He was the one who got just a little triggered by Kirby's tweet. He was the one who actually went out and said, right, you know, we're going to wreck you the next time we face. So VP, I mean, right now, it's definitely looking good for them. 4-0. Full buy, no problem for VP, and an eco round coming in here for Astralis. Only really Dupree investing anything in this round, and he's going to be looking for it. No, it's Glaive with the deagle out in yard, and he does get 1 tag onto Snacks. Takes him down to 65. Where are the rest of Astralis, though? They're going to be following him up. They're looking for some kind of pick here out in the yard.
Virtus.Pro can get a near flawless round in right now. That'd be so good for them. Again, just building that CT economy really makes a big difference. Quick trade there onto Sip is at least something, but rather they play it safer than they are right now. Oh no, Glaive and Kirby come up with 2 big kills. Taz and Pasha, they've got to hold on to this round. They can't let Astralis back in this easily. Taz is waiting. There are a lot of people right on the other side. They don't have any grenades to get rid of him, but still, this is very tense early on for the Polish team. Even if they're 5-0 up right now, or 4-0, they still need to continue.
Good stuff here from Pasha. The communication between Pasha and Taz. Taz doesn't have to worry about hell anymore because Pasha's got that angle. So Taz just needs to make sure that he does not get wrapped from Skywalk.
Oh, but if he walks out, if they lose patience, they've got no control of B right now. So eventually they probably are going to start to wonder, where are the T side? Glaive goes down. He's actually the one who's going to give up that position. Taz turning around. He does continue. The spray only takes a bit of damage in return. Now we're down to 30 seconds. He's going to go a bit aggressive. 15 health on him. He tries to flash his way up, but Kirby comes up the ladder. Pasha giving up the position for just a second, and now he's in some trouble. 1-on-3, runs in with the USP, picks up Dupree. This would be one hell of an epic clutch if he could make it work, but he realizes they're going to be watching that position, has to fall back. He's got so many grenades, but he has to find and isolate this 1v2, make sure he can take down Kirby and Device one at a time.
Angle's already been held, though, but there's no Kevlar. Exactly. What, the instant headshot on Device, but he's not able to react in time. Kirby there to trade. Brave play there from Kirby. He could have very well hidden on the site, but that would have heavily favored Pasha. He had to take advantage of Device getting killed that way, and that moment of indecision from Pasha, not knowing where to look next.
Yo, you see the reaction from Kirby? By the way, that quad kill are the only 4 kills that Kirby has in the game so far. Not a bad round to step it up in. The 6th is coming up, and Virtus.Pro. This is why I was worried about the economy earlier. They win 4 rounds in a row, yes, but this 1 loss means now they've used all of their bank. This is everything they've got in this round.
Nice try there from Dupree, though, to find that opening kill. That would have been big, but Kirby's still out in yard as well, and so they're looking to see where is Snacks playing from. Very passive in the yard so far. Mainly, I think, because Neo's down in the halls looking towards Secret, so they're looking to eventually get a crossfire set up here because Snack's still in the yard, Neo peeks from Secret, and boom, you hope to just catch them together there. Astralis out in the open.
Patience from Kirby. And Neo on the other side, he's going to go take a peek, lands a headshot on Glaive. He's going to go for more, and he actually wins that fight. Astralis not able to return the fire, and now they do have the crossfire. All the attention is on Neo, and Snacks is right next to them.
How can you count on Device to bring it back with that op? Finally, he's got the sniper rifle. But now Glaive, they can set up exactly. They haven't really gone for this kind of play yet, whether you break the windows on upper A site, and that opens up options when it comes to the grenades and an execute later on. But this can also be a mind game. If you're making noise over here, this opens up on ramp, but there are 2 players here ready. VP, perfect call from them. Unfortunately, they aren't able to get out of it, but it's still Pasha. This is the trap.
Oh, he walks out, they are all lined up, he sprays, gets 1, and actually Neo picks up a kill. Pasha with the 2nd, and that's going to be the complete shutdown. Oh, what a save from Virtus.Pro. They needed that. Nobody Well, only just one person going down, I think, in that round for VP. Very, very well done. No, they didn't lose a single player, sorry. That's very important. That's the kind of round they were looking for. They would have ecoed if they had lost this round. Big, big plays. And again, I think even when Neo got that kill out in Yard, the first one, they didn't have any grenades left, VP. They just had maybe 1 or 2 flashbang, but no smokes or Molotov. They couldn't buy any more time, so that was very, very important. Now Device with the hero AWP, no armor.
Yeah, Device has got a single kill right now. His impact has been nil. He needs to actually find something here, and this is the one kind of trap that can actually work for Astralis, is that they might never expect the hero AWP, so this could make all the difference for Astralis if Device can get that surprise, that drop on someone.
That's a pretty good flashbang, actually. Would have probably been able to catch Bialy if he had kept pushing. The Device goes down again, the AWP neutralized once more time, and Snacks out here at long range like this against Kjaerbye with the AWP, maybe a bit careful there. Virtus.Pro seem to have figured out how to play the CT side. They're really doing a good job, especially that flawless round is going to help them out a lot.
Pasha missing the shot though, Neo's there as well. And Astralis are just trying to find the gap in the defense, but it's not going to happen. Neo catches Zipnix, trying to make the play for ramp. Kjaerbye has made his way down to lower halls. This is a good chance now for them to get the bomb plant here.
Yeah, especially with that smoke on Glaive, but actually he goes down. Bialy following up with a couple of UMP kills. And Virtus.Pro, if they get back-to-back flawless rounds here, if Kjaerbye can't even find a kill with the AWP or anything, that is going to make the first half very hard on Astralis. 20 seconds left. There comes Bialy. Oh, what a no-scope coming in from Kjaerbye. 1 versus 4, but still picking up the bomb and putting it down. Not an easy task.
Yeah, 17 seconds, and they're all going to be coming from the same angle as well, VP. 10 seconds. Can he actually pick up the bomb? Where is it? He doesn't have it. He's actually going to try and hold on to the AWP. This is going to be so difficult, though. There's one player already around the corner, and they know exactly where he is. So they come running around the corner, pre-fire, and he dies. Kjaerbye gets no loss bonus, and he loses the AWP. He's on $250 in this round. But the real issue is this was a double eco scenario from Astralis. They forced everything into that last round to try and do some damage. This means that Kjaerbye's going to be very limited. It's probably going to be the Deagle again for him in the next round when Astralis will be able to afford to buy.
Wow, 6-1. It's not just that, it's the money that's building. Only Bialy is sort of below the acceptable level, but the Polish team have definitely done a great job early in the first 7 rounds here. The 8th one, probably going to be even more convincing, as you can tell. All Glocks, no armor, not even a single flash or anything. Actually, that shot does lay Kjaerbye. Then come the Molotov, and Neo is there to make sure Pasha doesn't go down, and the grenade comes in as well. Great hold on ramp. 7-1, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the nightmarish situation right now for Astralis. Because VP, as soon as on the CT side you have all of the nades for the incendiary, you have that incendiary HE combo. If anybody's trying to rush, so already you're kind of cut out of options there. You can't really ramp rush anymore. You can't really go for an upper rush. So you have to try and pace yourself and look for shots. But then VP, everybody's just terrorizing Astralis right now. So Glaive, this again, the battle of the mind game. It seems to me like Neo's coming out pretty far ahead here. They haven't really been caught off guard, VP.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because Neo has 11-1 as a scoreline, so not just in a tactical sense is he doing that. He is absolutely wrecking Astralis at the moment. And a veteran player, maybe one of the most exciting Counter-Strike players of all time, and he's definitely playing to that level at the moment. Pasha going to be able to take down Kjaerbye and immediately falls back, and why wouldn't he? Snacks follows up with a kill on Glaive, and that was out in the yard, leaving it in a 3-on-5. They will finally be able to get close enough to Pasha to take him down. They're still in some trouble here on the Astralis side. They need to get that bomb plant quick and also make sure they can make it into a 3-on-3 at least.
Now Zipnix is the key here. He needs to stay alive. If he opens up the back angle towards ramp, and he's going to get dropped on, but the shot is missed. Opportunity lost there for Neo, because then you could have set up the sandwich onto that B side in the retake. Dupree now there to take the duel with Bialy and win it. Zipnix going to just spray Neo down. Man advantage now for Astralis in this hold.
Oh, he's reloading, actually, just done as Taz comes around the corner, but Taz not realizing there's another guy that he still gets the headshot jumping in, and Snacks picking up Dupree. That did not look pretty at all, but it works out just fine anyway. Virtus.Pro going to get the defuse. One of the best chances that Astralis have had to actually win a round here. And it doesn't fall through. It really looked like Taz had just no idea. Comes stumbling down the ramp and makes it work anyway.
And there's one timeout.
My God.
Yeah, there's the one timeout getting called now for Astralis. I have to remind you, this is Nuke. This is a CT-sided map. And so VP 8-1, Astralis, this isn't over yet. They still have time in this first half to get the number of rounds necessary to go ahead and bring it back. I mean, we've seen 11-4 comebacks, 12-3 comebacks in the past going into the second half if you win that pistol and get rolling. The main issue here is that we're just seeing a complete absence of fragging power on Astralis, contrary to what we've seen so far in this tournament. But this is what that was the caveat that I was setting up at the beginning going into the analyst segment, is that we've only had 4 maps for Astralis so far this tournament, and they've been very one-sided affairs. They've just come in and blasted everyone and moved on. They haven't been tested yet where a team was really just stopping them cold. So it's a good time to call the timeout here. It's a good call from Glaive, because you don't want things to get too far out of control either. This is still a situation where Astralis, if they take a breath and get focused again, they can bring it back.
Going into this next round, they're going to have 3 AKs and 2 UMPs and a reasonable amount of grenades in terms of setting up some sort of execute. I think they might, yeah, they're going to be lacking 1 smoke on Kjaerbye. These things really matter. If Virtus.Pro play the CT side well, what will generally happen is that for the T side to even get into a position where they can execute well, they're going to have to use at least half of their grenades. And then when it comes to the afterplant, they're not going to have enough to block the CTs out from the retake. So that's sort of the textbook way of playing on the CT side here, if you can make that work. It seems like already Mini is going to be smoked off here, and Taz sneaking into Hut, trying to catch anyone who might set up.
Yeah, great patience there from Snax. He heard the squeak door getting blown up, doesn't go for the peek. That's exactly what Astralis were hoping for, to get that first pick in main, to create some space. Bialy looking for the spray, not going to find it, and that allows exactly for Glaive to make his way down into vents. And this is such a powerful position. We've seen it several times so far this tournament now. But when you get that man down into vents, life gets very difficult for VP because the rotate is cut off.
Virtus.Pro, are they quite aware of that? Neo is over by Secret, so maybe he's going to be the one to go and test it out. Pasha certainly looking, and I think he did spot Glaive, so now they definitely know that something is up, but here comes the rest of Astralis, and Glaive actually the one to take the shot on Pasha. Snax will get one on Glaive right afterwards. Device missing a very good opportunity there to get maybe even the round. Bialy opens up Decon door and takes down Kjaerbye, closes it again, stops the bomb from going down. The timing could not possibly be better. And now Virtus.Pro are in control again.
Yeah, they've got everything going their way. Although Device will find the shot on Snax, nearly gets the wallbang, but Bialy with the perfect timing again. And the main thing here is that Astralis, they're out of grenades. They have no way to block them off. They have to find shots like that. Dupree catches Bialy looking the wrong way. And so a little bit of a lucky break there for Astralis. But Neo, he's in position. It's the timing, and Zipnik spots him, barely survives, but that's the important bit. So long as he stays alive, VP maintain the advantage.
Look at the clock, 15 seconds, 14 seconds here. Neo has the Molotov, but he's a bit too late. The bomb has already gone down. Can they make this work? Grenade comes in from Neo to get the kill. Taz comes in with a headshot, taking down Dupree, and Virtus.Pro yet another round, making it 9-1. What a play. Neo is an absolute monster at this point. He's got 12, 3, and 2 as his ratio. He's out-fragging everybody on this server. I want to imagine something that Bialy just giggles every time he closes the door there. Like, oh my God, these 2 rounds, the last 2 rounds must have been incredibly frustrating for Astralis. They get into the better position, they get the bomb down, and everything seems to be working, and they still cannot win the clutch.
Feels limited as well. We've seen little yard presence. Really, they go yard when they actually, I mean, it was what, in the first buy round where they caught Snax getting aggressive, and then it was when they had the eco round, basically, that they were able to upset Astralis, or rather VP, and win. But now, finally, we're going to have that smoke chain going down here to cut up the yard. They need to start creating more opportunities to get out onto that A site. The main rush, the main split hasn't worked for them. Taz is just this rock on that site defending it.
But they forgot about the smoke for Garage. Neo does a hell of a lot of damage, and following up from that is Taz with a quick double. Bialy with a double of his own, leaving Device no chance in hell. So they use a lot of grenades, yes, but the one key one that they forgot really cost them the whole round. So now Device just again has to look for damage, get at least 2 more kills this round for it to even make a difference. And that's not going to happen. Triple for Bialy, 10-1. And there he is, Taz, the Polish prophet, said they were going to wreck them in the next game, and right now that is looking very likely.
This is such a powerful position from Taz as well. This is, well, I mean, we're seeing the change here from Astralis. Usually what happens is you have the incendiary that gets chucked down. You have the nades getting used to kind of force Taz out of that position on dog walk because of that it's such a hard angle to hit. He's got every advantage. You're looking at a headshot if you're coming in from A main on Astralis' side, whereas Taz gets to just go full bore spray.
Oh, how did that not connect? Kjaerbye now trying to hunt down Snacks. He's trapped in the corner and he's going to get taken out immediately by that Tech-9. That looked a bit odd and actually a bit dangerous there. Neo could have gone down. He was being looked at by quite a few people out in that yard. 12th round coming in. Maybe the last chance here for Astralis to actually turn this around. And it's Kjaerbye again with just 10 health. Picks up another headshot from the Tech-9. Pasha trying to charge in with the C-set 75. And then he escapes back out through the smoke. That's a pretty good hit and run there.
I was about to say, why is Pasha going aggressive? But they were managing to find picks in the meantime, Astralis. So it does pan out for him. The single kill that VP have managed to pick up so far. But Taz still in position on dog walk, the very same spot that he was holding from in the last round. We saw how effective that was, and so we'll see here if it's going to continue to pan out. Bialy peeks in yard, drops the bomb carrier. The bomb is exposed. It's out in the middle of nowhere now.
Big plays here. They know where Taz is. He's been holding that position a lot, and Dupree will be able to take him down. 40 seconds on the clock. Virtus.Pro, they've done this again and again. Can they steal it one more time? Bialy comes in, Device trying to sneak away with the bomb, and Bialy just holding on to it. He's now got the double grenade, is going to be landing in, does a bit of damage to Dupree. The spray tries to get it through the wall. Pasha doesn't get that kill. Somehow Dupree reacts in time, and they know exactly where Bialy is. Grenade not going to do anything to him. It's a 1-on-2, 20 seconds left. Bialy, another kill comes in for him, making it a triple. He's got 14 bullets, and Kjaerbye on just 10 health. Bialy, can he steal the dreams? No, he cannot. Kjaerbye gets the triple, two of them on 10 health, and Astralis finally a second round for them.
And if you're wondering, you know, Bialy, he has to take that risk because he's thinking there's 12 seconds left. He has to run for the site to get the bomb plant. That was an all or nothing play from Kjaerbye. It's the mind game. He's fully committed to taking that fight because he's not going to have a chance to get back in there and get that bomb plant if Bialy's running after him. So what a play from Kjaerbye. And Bialy just doesn't pan out this time. But a second round on the board for Astralis, now 10-2. VP still well in the lead. And Snacks looking for the aggressive angle again in yard. Device going to come around the corner, though. Snacks sees the gun barrel, so he gets a bit of a warning.
And I'm glad that Snacks fell back from that position. Neo going to pick up the kill on Kjaerbye, though. Not a bad way to get started. He just re-peeks Dupree. Doesn't care that the AWP is also out there. Very dangerous, and finally he gets punished for it. I think the third peek there from Neo, absolutely unnecessary. Snacks, not an angle I've ever seen used before there. It certainly looked like Device hadn't either. That's a really weird off angle. And Glaive will take down Pasha, so 2-on-3. Very winnable round for Astralis. It's just that almost all of the clutches so far have gone in the way of Virtus.Pro.
Oh, what's unfortunate is that the bomb is dropped all the way back in T-spawn. Right at the entrance to lobby. So Xyp9x, who had ramp control, now has to back off and go and potentially run into another firefight because they've given up lobby. And so you see, he's having to be so patient and check every angle. But when you've only got the 45 seconds left in the round, this is time you can ill afford to give up. So he finally has the bomb. Does he head back to ramp? But then same issue. Somebody could have worked into ramp behind him.
Yeah, I think they're going to use Glaive to set up the A attack here. So if Glaive wins against Taz, this works out. If not, obviously nothing that Xyp9x can really do. 28 seconds, and there comes the first fight. Glaive doing a bit of damage, but he's going to go down. Excellent defense put up by Taz, and you can see Xyp, he's got no chance. Another win for Virtus.Pro, and even worse, another reset for Astralis into the 14th round. I reckon they should just buy in this one. I don't think it's worth sort of saving for the 15th round and hoping that you get, 3 rounds overall. I would go for the 11-4 here, and that is what they've done.
Yeah, there's no backing up now. You desperately need at least 4 rounds. 12-3 is a stretch. 13-2 would be a disaster.
I mean, especially on this new version, sure, like ancient Nuke, we'd see like the 12-3 type comeback, but on this version, it really hasn't been the case. Spray comes in, Taz, blind or not, he's still going to pick up the double, and Bialy there in the backline. He finally runs out of bullets, but the USP will just follow it up and Snacks the takedown Device. Stay dominant and beautiful first half of Counter-Strike here for Virtus.Pro. Again, Bialy has actually overtaken Neo at this point. He's at 21 and then 8 as the death count there. It's just a very, very impressive ratio for him.
Everybody right now on VP. Taz is just giving yet another star performance from him. The old man of CS showing that he's still got it. 14 kills for him on the board as well. And really, it's a lack of firepower right now on Astralis, not able to trade in that last situation, for example. Many just not panning out. Device will run down Snacks, who decides to go very aggressive in this round, but he will recover the AK.
Oh, there was a world in which it was the AK that blew away from the HE. I really wanted that to happen. Device still goes down, though. Neo, actually long range there with the Tech-9. Gets taken out by Glaive, and Pasha does not win the fight. I think Pasha's the only one on VP right now who's had a bit of a rough game. 8 kills overall, but Taz and Bialy are still left. Surely similar. Astralis can win this third round.
That's been a quiet game for Pasha. But Astralis, this is advantage them, but Glaive is very low, Zipnix as well. So one bullet will make all the difference. Kirby has worked his way out onto the A side. He hasn't seen anybody there because Taz has already pushed in aggressive to lobby. Bialy once again in secret, and we saw the damage he was able to do the last time he occupied this position.
Yeah, but Glaive is right there by the red container. This is a matter of timing out in the yard. The bomb goes down, and Bialy about to be shot in the back. Easy enough spray there for Glaive. Taz 1 versus 4. He picks up the 1 kill. He has got a kit and a flashbang, really not that encouraging, and I think they know exactly where he is as well. So this is one of those positions that you need Astralis to make just one mistake here. They need to give him the opening, and already he's out. Sip will be able to take him down. 3-12 in the first half, favoring Virtus.Pro. Just incredible. Astralis, I think they were expecting probably double the rounds here, and they just could not make it. They had a couple of opportunities, even with the bomb down and a 3-2 advantage, and still Virtus.Pro won them.
Yeah, no, this was all the VP show to start things off here. But this kind of speaks to the fact that Astralis just haven't been tested this tournament so far. It's been smooth sailing, no real fights. This is the first time they're running into some real opposition. And so Astralis are gonna have to figure out how to make it work in the second half. Device needs to get into this game in a meaningful way as well. He's bottoming out the scoreboard, but then, I mean, everybody is struggling with Astralis. And this is the thing, coming into this, the whole point was everybody's hitting shots so far, right? Everybody is not, I mean, everybody is doing their job, whereas now, Kiebi's leading the way with 9. Device is at the bottom of the scoreboard with 5. They're just lacking kills.
I don't even think that. I think that's just because Virtus.Pro put up such a strong defense. I think Astralis are playing sort of the same level of aim Counter-Strike as they've been all along. It's just that you were playing on Nuke, and Virtus.Pro sort of set down the defense. And this could have been expected. You know, you play CT side Nuke, and you're Virtus.Pro. Just given how close the grand finals was at the major, there's no reason to really be super shocked that this is happening. And Astralis could get the full comeback here. It's definitely possible. But first, they need to win the pistol round. Coming into the second half here, this is the first semi-finals of DreamHack Masters Las Vegas, and it's the second half coming up here on Nuke. Taz already taking out Glaive, and not a very good start, and they are just raining down on the ramp. Taz following up and getting another headshot in, but then comes Dupree, clicks away Taz and Bialy. That is beautiful work, and now it's a 3-on-3. Pasha charging down Kirby, running and gunning. The bomb is going to be going down, and now Dupree and Device, they need to retake this site.
They need to find the shots. And Dupree's still alive. He's already delivered 2. Needs to get the flick. Not going to get it in time. Pasha reigns supreme in the halls. 2 kills for Pasha. And it's on Device, 1v3, no kit picked up. And with everybody on VP waiting for him, it's the perfect shot there for Snacks. And a second pistol, both pistol rounds picked up now for Virtus.Pro. But no fear, you really have to appreciate that from VP. They were hoping that somebody would give them that first kill because they were all grouped up. It wasn't a spread out, slow sort of round that was lined up here for Virtus.Pro. They were ready to pounce as soon as they got the opening.
That is about as close as you can get to a win on Nuke here, having that kind of first half and then immediately picking up the pistol. No fear at all on the Polish side, just that kind of a charge. Even after Dupree got that double kill, which looked really great, they just unfazed by the situation. And obviously armor and pistols, which is what Astralis should do in this round, there's no doubt about that. Trying to fall back as Zip almost gets caught on the railing then. And Kirby there, slowing down Virtus.Pro a bit so they couldn't chase down Zipnix. Not bad.
It is allowing for a little bit of support there. But Zipnik's still alive on the site. Not alone, but as I say, that Glaive gets caught by Bialy somehow, and that is now basically Dupree trying to rotate in, and he's going to get into decon very quickly, so he's looking to deny that bomb plant. But they have all the nades necessary to make this plant happen fairly easily here, VP.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they couldn't. Zipnix may be the only one who could even stop it, but they're actually planning on the other side of the silo, so that's not going to happen. There's Dupree, comes charging out of decon. He goes down immediately afterwards, but at least he's delayed the bomb a bit. It's still a 2-on-4, and Device, can he find the right angle? They're trying to both shoot through the smoke. There's Zipnix getting one, so this bomb is finally down. Device in a 1-on-3, and he won't make it happen. Pasha instead picks up a double. We're at 14-3 here. The revenge of Virtus.Pro, it's looking great early on.
Well, very quick, very quick. I'm trying to think of what they could have done differently there, Astralis, but really, given the firepower that they had, the timing, Zipnix, it just didn't pan out for them. VP just maintained the man advantage the entire way through and took their time with it as well. So more of the same here from Virtus.Pro, perhaps. They are grouped up once again in that Deathball unit, although Snacks is kind of working his way out alone.
Some grenade stamina onto Neo, in fact, quite a bit, but he only has the 5-7, so he's just going to be charging in, making space for his team. Snacks does go down to Zipnix, so a bit of a shame early on for Virtus.Pro. Obviously, if you're VP at this time, all you're thinking is, let's close out this map right away. Let's not give them any chance to, you know, build any momentum or get back in it at all. We just gotta make sure we win this. Device gonna throw that Molotov right into the smoke. Doesn't really do enough. Certainly not enough to stop the bomb from going down. So 4 versus 5, but then Glaive takes a dive to Bialy.
Whoa. Bialy with the swap. What was that? And Device hits the headshot on him, followed by the spray. Zipnix shows that he's in Toxic, though, and Taz is in position to punish him for that. And so it's a 3-on-3 retake scenario. Pasha with the key kill. Dupree is gone. And now all they have to worry about is the main entrance here. Kirby trying to get the spray in, but it's not going to happen. Taz holds strong and a man advantage now, and very little hope here for Device. He's only got 16 points of health.
They needed that kill on Taz when he was out in the middle of the bomb site. Now it's definitely too late. And Device, he could get the kill, but he can't win the round. Triple for Device. It's not bad, but it's not enough either. 15-3. Map point here for the Polish Legends. This is just a dominant map here, right off the bat in the semifinals.
Yeah, impressive. Just very clean play coming in from VP in the end. Astralis trying to find the fights, but the main thing here is that Astralis, they aren't finding multi-kills. Dupree, CT, right, pistol, he picked up the 2 kills, right? But that's pretty much where it ends as far as Astralis are concerned. Every single time, it's just one guy getting a kill, VP adjusting, trading that kill, and maintaining the man advantage. This textbook stuff coming out here from VP so far. Device gonna get caught out in the open, and he doesn't make it back to safety. Neo, a hail of bullets chases the Dane.
Just wanted to throw that grenade and slightly overextended. Now up the ladder, at least trying to get up the ladder on the other side there. Sip taking a fight. There are a lot of people on this side. He picks the headshot on one, but he can't follow it up, gets dropped down the ladder. He was definitely dead. Taz takes down Glaive, and now Kirby 1 versus 4 here.
Pretty sure Pasha spotted him there as well.
This is just absolutely amazing. Kirby comes charging through, and he picks up the kill. Left flashed was Pasha. It's still a very long road to winning this 1v4.
Yeah, considering they still have 2 Molotovs, a smoke on Bialy. See the Molotovs going down now. Kirby looking for his opening, and there's nowhere to go.
From the fire into the flames. There it is, 16-3 as Virtus.Pro take down Astralis in the first map of the semifinals here. Unbelievable. At the end of it, 24 kills on Bialy, Taz at 21. So he wanted that revenge. He's certainly getting it right now. Obviously, it's only the first map in a best of 3, but you've got to think a message has been sent already.
Now's the true test for Astralis. I don't think any of us saw it being that one-sided. But are they going to be able to recover and actually give us a map on the second map?
Oh, I think that's perfectly possible. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't happen.
Wait, this was Virtus.Pro's map after all.
Yeah,
so I mean, like,
it's Nuke and Astralis, the core of this, and everyone has tried this kind of a game where, and we've seen it multiple times in tournaments where you know, this happens, and the next game, it even happens in return sometimes. You know, sometimes Astralis will pick up a 16-3 victory of their own. So, yeah, I'm not worried in that sense, but it is obviously impressive to see Virtus.Pro just be that strong.
Just monster, textbook stuff, always trading, never multi-kill opportunities there for Astralis, and I think that was the main key. They didn't allow Dupree to go ham round after round. They didn't allow for Device to even get into the game. Once again, I wouldn't be surprised if Device was saying, I felt countered, because the entire beginning of that first half, right, the first half of the first half, he had like 1 kill, 2 kills. Yeah. He wasn't even in it. All right, we're going to hear what the analysts have to say. It's a bit different today, guys. We only have the 3 best of 3, so we have time to hear what they say between the maps. Alex, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, boys. A quick start to your day over in the casting duties. A brief stint on Nuke as Virtus.Pro start this series off with a bang. We are going to have to be brief, but it does give us a chance to just quickly hear what our analysts do have to say about map 1, albeit a very quick one. I mean, what is that? 16-3, Yanko.
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. We were sitting in the green room saying, like, it's hard to predict the winner of the series, blah, 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 but we don't think there's a way of Astralis getting stomped on any of the maps. First map, complete stomp. VP not losing a gun round in this game. The 3 rounds that they lost in the first half have all been to pistols.
Yeah.
That's just absurd.
What did I say about Taz? He didn't smile at all. They just absolutely stomped him. He means business, right? Like this guy, I don't know what's going on, but he's here to play. The one thing that I want to note is Astralis, I think, started on the CT side of the major, so there's more opportunity for Device to get started with the AWP. On the T side of Nuke, it's very difficult. I had a rule back when I used to play that there was no AWPing T side Nuke because you couldn't get it going, right? You couldn't find anywhere to get picks and stuff. So for him, it's a slow start, but Overpass is more of an AWPer's playground. We might get to see more of him there.
Look at that scoreboard. How demoralizing is that? One player from Astralis reached double digits, and it is just 10, Duncan.
Yeah, it feels like none of the executes had any punch. Like, they got them into position, like they're going to explode onto the upper site. That's when, in all the other games you see from Astralis, like Glaive runs in, gets a kill, Dupree's there, like Kirby and Device are in the middle to the late game.
Right.
Like, in this particular game, it was like watching a frag movie. They were just running into someone's crosshair, spraying them down, then someone from another side shooting them in the head.
You also have to say, like, VP did win all of the clutches, like all of the post plans, some of those, you know, peaks from Taz jumping down ramp and getting those kills. That's not going to happen all the time, but it wasn't only that. They were getting good reads. You saw that one round where Neo was in garage when Astralis wanted to switch things up, throw the smokes, wanted to go for an upper split. Neo doesn't get a single kill, but he gets the info, he gets damage done, and his team can focus towards that area. Bialy and Taz mop up after that, but VP was very much on point when it came to gun rounds, even though they were having some ridiculous overpicks against pistols, which did cost them those 3 rounds.
I think that's a positive thing, right? We were talking about how on Overpass we wanted to see them be a bit more aggressive on that CT side to stop the default spread. So going into the next map, that could be a positive factor if they are going to be a little bit more loose, take a few more of those risks that we didn't actually see in the last time these two teams met. But when they do need to win the rounds, like the T side anti-eco is going ramp with a heap of utility, using it to clear out all the spots under, perfect Counter-Strike.
And the thing is, though, that if you're the guys from Astralis, you never got a breather. That's the key thing. Like, they kept the pressure up. If any of those 2v2s, like those lower rounds where it was really up in the air who wins them, if they get even one of those, it doesn't mean they're going to come back and win the game, but it gives them like a minute or two to get it together, for VP to question themselves. VP never had to. They kept the pressure on. They kept going. This was actually a classic Virtus.Pro, even though admittedly it was CT side Nuke, which you're supposed to win.
Still, I mean, it is still overwhelming to see a scoreline like that in a semi-final of a historical matchup, even just last 2 weeks ago. We've got a couple of moments now to just address the next map, with Nuke just kind of being swept under the rug. We have got Overpass up next. We can actually just hopefully voice a couple of opinions on how this one's going to go. I'll start with you, Chad. Surely it doesn't happen again. We do not get Nuke v2. It's
a good buzzword, that one, isn't it? Surely. I don't think it should be a blowout. You know, we were just going over that. Like we said that, but it can't be. It's not possible.
Okay.
Unless they're able to do that CT aggression and find the picks and ruin the defaults. That's the only way I can see it happening. I think Xyp9x is actually fairly vulnerable over there outside that B area. If they actually sent a death squad after him while he's on the T side, they can push him back, potentially get that kill in a lot of map territory, because they like to send 3 players off towards the A side of the map first, 1 player in connector. So he's pretty vulnerable in that section. It's going to be interesting to see if VP worry about countering him there, or they just go with a similar style and hope it works out.
And the final word will be from you, Yanko, just regarding the fact that Astralis, you personally have hailed them to be one of the strongest mentally.
That will be put to the test now. I agree. You could, the way that Neo overpeaked in some of those situations, right? You don't see that from Neo ever. So that tells you the state of mind in which VP are now. We need to take the game to them. We need to be aggressive. We can't let them play their own game. If that translates to Overpass in a similar fashion, this might even be a VP 2-0.
You heard it from him. It could be a VP 2-0. Taz tweeted to Kirby saying, you better bring your A game next time we meet, and they meet on the MGM Grand Garden stage in a semi-final bout. We'll find out who takes it after our break. Your casters will be back with you after this. It's Anders and Semler waiting in the wings to see if we even see a third map.